America has an ego problem. Arrogance and ego is what they're built on.
Oh, we got a lot of problems.
What I'm saying is that because when we did the French, when the French talk about the clean air and clean energy and stuff like that,
Yeah.
and for what was it 2030 or something like that, whatever.
The Paris Accords.
Huh?
The Paris Accords.
Yeah, and they wanted to make sure everything is clean, energy, electric cars, all this kind of thing. And then all of a sudden Trump came and just said, no, that's not good.
Yeah.
Because his partners are in oil. You know what I'm saying? Why would he do that? You know what I'm saying? And what's funny is this: the only true American-made company of vehicles is electric. Think about it.
Are you talking about Tesla?
Yeah. Founded in America, built in America. Now they have other places now.
I actually got you beat though. GE did it first, right? Or GM did it first.
What? No, but they started outsourcing. The way they start sending like stuff overseas to get built, or in Mexico, or in different places.
But that's gonna happen with Tesla too. As soon as
they're doing it now for different. But what I'm saying is this: you still should. You didn't even support that company,
right?
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you're saying this: I'm supporting all the companies who are sending their manufacturing to different countries to make.
Yep.
But then you complain about it.
Yeah.
Look at Apple. Everyone complains about China, but guess what? Your phones get made.
Mm-hmm.
You ain't complaining about China.
That child labor.
You ain't worried about China then. Mm-hmm. But when you talking to your Apple iPhone, and I'm not knocking that, but what I'm saying is that it's hypocritical and arrogance that we come about. We don't want to take information from the French because we don't want them to be in charge of something that we gonna do.
But hold on. But that's just Trump. I don't think Trump is a reflection of the American people. I don't think most politicians actually reflect the American people.
They need to step up. Because I'm gonna tell you,
they scared.
If you tell me that everyone else behind him is scared, and all these people that are saying that because a lot of people support Trump and they always backing him, if they're scared of Trump that much, what does he have that he can destroy everyone else's life?
Nonsense. Nothing.
Well, for me, I think it's the lifelong politician, in all honesty, because you have so many people in that Republican side that side with Trump. The public Republican side sides with Trump. So I think as a politician, you get into a very slippery slope when you're on that side and, you decide to go against him on certain various issues. Now, are you looking out for your political future? Probably. When you align with him, you're probably looking out for your political future. I can't imagine that many people as a politician truly feel that way, because politicians normally don't feel that way and normally don't think the way that he thinks. So, the career politician is in my opinion really trying to look out and make sure that their job safety is intact, because at the end of the day, they're not Trump, they're not making those decisions. So for them to co-sign something is getting votes for whenever this now the election coming up, and whether or not they're going to keep their seat or not, because everybody's running obviously on opposite sides, and the more you go further, the less votes that you can get from your own particular party, which means that you can then get upset by a Democrat. So, and I think Democrats the same way. I think Democrats are going to fight for a certain thing and going to cling to a certain thing just because the lifelong politician wants to stay a lifelong politician. Yeah. So they got to play both sides of the fence in a sense, but be very smart where they go against their own party.
I think that's definitely true. And I think that's definitely nonsense. I mean, at the end of the day, because you got voted in by the people, you're supposed to be helping the people that voted you in, but then you get there and now you doing some nonsense because you're afraid. And that's exactly what it is. Like I was sitting there watching an interview with Ted, Senator Ted Cruz, and him and Trump, oh my gosh, like when they first was going, like he was lying Ted, talking about his wife, how ugly his wife was and this and that.
Yeah.
And then, but now you would think that they was best friends the way that he talked about him. And Cuomo, he actually was saying a whole bunch of stuff, and Ted couldn't even say that because he's like, dang, you telling the truth, bro. Like, yeah, he did say that stuff. Yeah, why you attacking me? And it's like, but that's what it is. They're so afraid they're so afraid to be right and to be different that they'll just get along and go along with any and everything that he says. And the people that do say something about it, or that do step out and say something when they know that he's wrong, and they get punished. And at the end of the day, it's like, wow. So the entire party is allowing one person to dictate and rule, instead of them saying, hey, nah, bro, listen, you need to get this right.
But they built that whip themselves, though. Citizens United. They're the one who got that in front of the court. They're the one that let all the dark money get into politics, and now they have to live under that threat because of that's their own actions. I got one question for y'all though, because I don't know. I just want your take on it. I don't think the Democrats are as bad in that regard as the Republicans. I think both parties, because of the nature of politics, play that game. I just don't think they do it to the same degree. Do you guys see them exactly the same or what?
I'll say for me, I can't really say too much about it because I voted for Obama, but I really didn't pay attention until like now. So,
ooh, Eric, that's tough because I see where you're coming from, and I hear it. I think I'd have to really go back before Obama, because I wouldn't count Obama, because I think the skin color kind of played into where people may or may not have voted even on his side, because I think that there were people that still didn't want a black man running our country. So I would probably discount Obama from this, because I know that there were some Democrats that may have gone against him and been bold enough, because America just that's different for America. America's not used to seeing an African American in charge, and obviously we see with the supporters of Donald Trump the way that this country can be, and I think that there's some of that even on the Democratic Party. It just doesn't rear its ugly head often because we haven't had a black commander in chief. So I'd have to go back before him, because I think that question is something that we need to look at. On the surface, I would say you're right. I don't think that Democrats have as much of a problem calling out a Democrat when it's something that they don't agree with, as for the opposite party, in which they, all hold hands and kumbaya.
Yeah. They all kumbaya because they know it. Like Lindsey Graham, to me, I feel like that's karma, man. I eat that up every time I see a commercial by the Lincoln Republicans. Like, I'm just like, I know I'm not supposed to have that in my heart, but it feel nice though. If I'm sorry, I'm taking L on that one with the big man.
Are you talking about the one where you're talking about packing the courts?
Man, I'm talking about all of it. I'm talking about him begging for money on TV because he getting outspent. And, I saw him on CNN. That fool almost broke down crying. And I was just so happy. I never felt so much joy in my heart, except for when Barack got elected. I was like, damn, this feels so good right now. But the hypocrisy that they are now suffering because of their own actions, it feels damn good. I know I can't hold on to that for very long, right? And there's probably not a lot of places where I could go say that so honestly, but yeah, feels nice. Hopefully it translates. So we'll see.
Yeah.